Hi lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer and illustrated by Doug Holgate. So this follows the original 4 novels that make up Lunar Chronicles: Cinder, Scarlet, Crest, and Winter. So go start with those first, because this graphic novel will spoil that. These are dystopian fairy tale retellings, and Wires and Nerve follows Aiko, who is Cinder's companion, who we met in the first book. So there's going to be spoilers from this point on for the first 4 books if you haven't read them already. So this book follows Aiko, the android with a faulty personality chip who thinks and wants to be human, basically. I think it's in Winter where she gets this escort body, so now she looks human, which is totally awesome. But she's still like an android and has mechanical parts and stuff. And we definitely get to see a lot of this, like, the way that society views androids is just being objects and property and stuff. Which, to be fair, most androids don't have personality the way that Aiko does. And Aiko is very unique in the way that she feels things and thinks for herself. And she's much more like a human. So Aiko's kind of one of a kind, and but like the rest of the crew, Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, even Kai, Thorn, Wolf, like they're all venerated as these like heroes, and everybody forgets Aiko and like doesn't even know that Aiko had anything to do with fighting, because she's the robot. So it's really cool to like. I enjoyed seeing Aiko struggle with that, even though it wasn't a particularly pleasant experience. Like I felt bad for Aiko, but I still like that take on how she's treated by society, and of course how much her friends love her and how much they view her as, you know, just one of the crew. We also have the relationship between Aiko and Kinney is one of the guards, and he definitely um, sees Aiko as a robot, and he's constantly like, "You're a robot. Oh, you're an android. You don't have emotions. How do you even do that?" In this book, we do get to see the rest of the crew. It mostly focuses on Aiko, and then Cinder as a secondary character as she's trying to sort out all the problems on Luna. Like, Cinder's now queen and in charge, but she wants to abdicate the throne, and she's got to get everything set up for it. But one of the problems that they're having is that all the wolf hybrids that Levana made are still on Earth, and they're rogue now, and so Aiko's main mission. So Aiko volunteers for this mission to either round them up or kill them so that they are no longer a danger. Because they've been just randomly killing humans, which is not good for relations between these two planets, as things are still kind of sketchy between Earth and the Moon. So I particularly enjoyed watching them try to figure out how to get the Moon back on track and to create peace between the Earth and the Moon that's going to be like a solid foundation, and it's going to work without having Cinder spend her whole life ruling a planet she doesn't want to do, because she wants to be on Earth and she wants to be with Kai. So we do also get to catch up with Kai and with Cress and Thorn and Scarlet and Wolf, and we get to see Jason and Winter and basically everyone, and I love getting to see them all. We also get to see them for the first time in like drawn out in this graphic format. So yes, I basically really love this graphic novel, in case you can't tell. What else is happening? Aiko was totally kick-ass in here as she's fighting and everything. So Aiko spends a fair bit of time in the story with Cress and Thorn, and so the 3 of them do some kick-ass fighting and stuff in here, which I loved to see that, fighting the wolves, and also getting to see how everybody's dealing with this war technically being over, but they're still kind of got the wolves to deal with now. They've got a new enemy to deal with, and what's going on with the wolves and why. This is the first of a 2-part graphic novel series, so I really want to now. If for another reason than how this book ends, but just like on the whole, I I love the series. I want more of it always. I will always want more Lunar Chronicles, I think. Here is the art style in here, and the first bit's kind of a recap of what happened. So if you didn't want to read the novels and you only wanted to read the graphic novel, you could kind of just start here and it would be okay. Although I really love the experience of reading the novel, so I wouldn't recommend that, but you could if you really wanted to, I guess. Um, so we get to see everybody drawn out, which is awesome. It's also got this muted palette, which is cool, except that it kind of doesn't work since it's all blue with like Aiko's hair is blue, and you can't really tell that here because everything's blue. And like Scarlet's hair is red, which you can't even tell at all from these. So I kind of wish that there were more colors than just blue. Like I'm fine with the mutedness, but like I wish there was more coloring going on. The actual like line drawing and stuff I love, and how like diverse all the characters show up, and that works awesome. In my mind, I always pictured Wolf as being more humanoid than he is, so it's kind of cool to see him in his wolf form. That's probably the one that surprised me the most. Um, so I like the art style. I think it worked well. I didn't have any problems with it, like being a graphic novel and like um, it still feels like the Lunar Chronicles. I thought it would feel a little different somehow because it was a graphic novel, but it's all the same characters. It's all still there. Like Marissa Meyer is still writing this. They still sound the same. Here's Aiko off on her own doing her missions and being kick-ass, which I love. Um, basically, this is perfect and wonderful. It keeps with the rest of the series. But it's still kind of its own thing. I really enjoyed seeing everything from Aiko's perspective. Um, there are flashbacks, so we do get to see Aiko as the android still, which I like. I liked that touch that we got to see them all beforehand, also, like not just the end, that there are still flashbacks, especially getting to see Aiko. I really, really enjoyed Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer. I totally recommend it. I recommend the entire series. Go start with Cinder. My only gripe is that it's a graphic novel, so it just seemed to go faster. But I had to go buy it so I can like adore these pictures forever. Peace out. I love you guys and keep reading. Bye. Um, and of course, I love the subtext of this uh, relationship that isn't actually happening yet within this book, which I love between the two of them. Um, Even in like winter, we start seeing this like the two. As soon as we meet them in winter, I'm like shipping Aiko and Kinney. So I was glad that he came back for this book and that they do have some development as they're spending more time together without spoiling the book. But I really enjoy Aiko and Kinney together and their relationship and how, yeah, that functions basically.